held our friendships for, because it seems that the money was more important than us being his friend.
Yeah, I mean that's how you feel.
Yeah,
That's how
I'm
you
sad
feel.
that they feel. I'm
that's
really sad that they feel that way. I really, 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 really am sad that they feel that way because, as I said over the years to you guys, to me it was like we were friends. We would hang out. We were gonna hang out regardless and have fun. So if you can put a silly camera down and record what you're doing, and make money doing it, why not? Right? Like to me, I was doing YouTube as a hobby for 2.5 years before I could even put ads on my videos and make a living doing it, right? John was in my content before I could monetize it. We were having fun already. So to me, it was like, let's hang out, let's have a good time together. Hey, by the way, we can make money doing it. Why the fuck not? Right? To them, it seems to be like that's not a case. That because there was money involved, that wasn't like friends hanging out. To me, it was. The entire time we did Project 7, was it work? Yes, but was it a bunch of friends working together and having a shitload of fun doing it? Hell yes. That was a really cool experience. So, what's the issue with the money-making part of it? That I didn't understand. And again, never brought up. It wasn't like they complained and said, Phil, you know, we really don't have enough stuff that happens without the cameras on. Phil, it would be great if we could hang out today and you didn't record. And by the way, that did happen a lot. You know, we went to a convention. I wasn't recording every moment that we were there. When we went over to Howard's house to play Super Turbo frequently because he had cabinets there, he recorded and broadcast all of that, not me. I didn't record while we were there at all usually. That was just me having fun with those guys. Okay? So it wasn't like every single interaction I had with these guys the camera was on. They definitely are saying that in this video many times. That wasn't the case, but that's definitely like how they're spinning it. Whenever John Rambo came over to do a weekly co-op with me, which we would do Smart Guys, our wrestling commentary show, and then we would actually do gameplay co-op, we would have like an hour to 2 hours of conversation before we ever even took a camera out. Just shooting the shit, hanging out, having a good time, talking about our lives, right? Like I said, I felt like I was actually really close friends with John Rambo. I don't know if he felt the same way, you know, or that it was reciprocated, but I felt that way for sure. Like, he was the guy who I kind of opened up to about stuff. Was that on camera? No. A lot of stuff was on camera, but that was the fun part. Was, oh, let's play games and dick around. Let's talk about wrestling and make a buck on it. But not the other stuff. And there's private conversations we had over the years that none of us have ever talked about publicly. You know, private shit about me and him about him. And we would never talk about that publicly. Like, we were friends. To me, when they say, oh, you know, it was only about the money for Phil, that gets to me badly. That hurts because that's not the case with John. With Howard, again, we never had that close personal friendship. He would come over to be in other co-op shit we were doing or Project 7. But John, I don't know how he could possibly say that. Really. That's really hurtful to me for them to say something like that. When John and I feel, did have a real friendship. We were hanging out playing Street Fighter together before I ever turned on a camera for YouTube from 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. How can you say we didn't have a friendship and it was only about the money? When we had that friendship way before YouTube was a thing. That blows my mind. You can go watch the videos that are out there, but understand that there's history behind it that you didn't know, you know? And it seems like he's just saying, oh, we were only friends during the YouTube years. That's completely false. It's completely false, all right? But what I will say is this. When I became a full-time YouTuber, I became a workaholic, and I worked my ass off, constantly making videos, 7 days a week. I did not have a day off when I started monetizing my videos on YouTube in 2011, 2012. It was Mr. No Days Off. I'm just here to pump out videos for the internet and make money on them, right? That was my life. I loved it. I loved gaming and everything, but that was absolutely, positively my life. Was there time that I made to hang out with these guys outside of that? Every once in a while, if I went over to play Super Turbo at Howard's house and we were all there together, or going to a convention. We went to several conventions and events together. And even though, yes, I filmed there, the vast majority of the time that I spent at those events was not filming. It was spending time hanging out with these guys. Okay? So, again, this is, I feel, a misrepresentation of the situation. absolutely, there was a ridiculous amount of filming and monetization of the time we spent together, but there was definitely friendship behind there as well. Again, Howard, whatever. Say whatever you want. We weren't close friends. John, we were. And that's incredibly hurtful to me that he says this. Like, all we ever did was record and make videos together and make money. That wasn't the case at all. And sadly, after I moved, it just got worse because now he's not there to be in person with and have the conversation. So instead, it became text messages back and forth. And he didn't like that. He wanted me to call him, and I really couldn't. And we'll talk about that because he's going to bring that up later specifically, and we'll address it at that point why there were no phone calls between us after I moved. All right, we'll get to that. But anyway, let's continue now because they're going to get to a certain point.
That's how I feel because, you know, I don't know. There's like a whole bunch of things that we got to talk about, and I don't want to go ahead and go out of turn.
All right,
but,
I got you.
Yeah.
We'll try to keep this, keep this rolling here.
Yeah.
In that video, he says, this is the Thanksgiving video I'm talking about. He says,
we just watched.
He says they talked shit about me. I don't know if you caught that part.
I didn't say that. You could go back in this very video, or actually it was part 1. I didn't say that. What I said was, you know, if you, and this was me being very stupid. Essentially what I was saying was, don't be passive aggressive. If you have an issue with someone, come out and say it. Don't talk shit. Don't hide the truth. I never said that they did talk shit about me. Okay? I never actually outright say that in the video. Can you say that I insinuated it? Yes. Can you say that I said it? No, because I never said it. What I was saying was, I'm not the kind of person who would do that. That's actually how I phrased it. I said, I wouldn't talk shit. I wouldn't do that. If I have an issue with someone, I tell them to their face about it. Okay? That's the point I was making in that video. However, John did talk shit about me. And we're about to watch it because he glosses over it in this video without actually showing the actual evidence of like what he's talking about. And now you're going to see it because, by the way, this is really where this video is where the big problem started with my trolls getting interjected into the situation. It was this very video you guys are about to see that started all the problems with the trolls harassing us on both sides. Let's do it.